Welcome to Daily Stoic Habits. What if the secret to thriving in today's chaos, endless notifications, work stress, and life's curveballs was hidden in a 2,000-year-old philosophy? Picture this: a Roman emperor scribbling wisdom in his journal by candlelight, offering you tools to conquer modern struggles. That's Stoicism. And it's not just ancient history, it's your playbook for resilience. Today, we're diving into how this timeless philosophy can transform the way you face adversity. If you're ready to unlock a calmer, stronger you, hit that subscribe button for daily Stoic habits and ring the bell for more life-changing insights. Let's set the scene. You're juggling deadlines, your phone's buzzing nonstop, and maybe you're wondering if you'll ever catch a break. Sound familiar? Life in the 21st century feels like a whirlwind, tossing us between anxiety and overwhelm. But Stoicism, born in the bustling streets of ancient Greece and refined in the courts of Rome, offers a way to stand firm. It's not about escaping life's storms, it's about learning to dance in the rain. This philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, let go of what we can't, and build a mental fortress that no crisis can shake. Why does this matter now? Because we're all facing challenges that test our limits. Maybe it's a tough day at work, a personal setback, or just the weight of scrolling through endless bad news. Stoicism isn't some dusty textbook theory. It's a practical toolkit. For navigating these moments, think of it as mental armor, forged by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, who faced their own trials, war, exile, and betrayal, yet found peace through discipline and clarity. Their wisdom isn't locked in the past. It's a lifeline for today, helping us cut through the noise and find purpose. So what's the promise of Stoicism? It's not about becoming cold or detached, but about cultivating a quiet strength that lets you face any challenge with grace. In this video, we'll explore how Stoicism's core ideas, control, virtue, and perspective can reshape your approach to life's ups and downs. From handling stress to building better habits, these principles are as relevant now as they were in ancient Rome. We're about to unpack how you can apply them, step by step, to thrive in a world that never slows down. Stick with us, because this journey into Stoicism might just change the way you see everything. Imagine a bustling marketplace in ancient Athens, where a merchant named Zeno, shaken by a shipwreck that cost him everything, stumbles upon a new way of thinking. This moment sparks Stoicism, a philosophy that would echo through centuries. From the sunlit stoas of Greece to the marble halls of Rome, born in the 3rd century BCE, Stoicism was Zeno's answer to life's unpredictability. He taught that true happiness lies not in wealth or fate, but in mastering our own minds. His ideas took root, flourishing under Roman thinkers like Epictetus, a former slave who found freedom in disciplined thought, and Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who ruled an empire while anchoring himself in quiet reflection. In the chaos of their times, form a bridge to our own at its heart. Stoicism is elegantly simple. Focus on what you can control, accept what you cannot, and let reason guide your path. Picture yourself stuck in traffic, fuming over a delayed meeting. Stoicism whispers, control your reaction, not the cars ahead. This principle, often called the dichotomy of control, is the cornerstone of the philosophy. Epictetus put it bluntly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. It's about drawing a line between what's yours, your choices, your attitude, and what's not, like the weather or someone's opinion. Beyond control, Stoicism urges us to live with virtue, courage, justice, wisdom, and temperance. Aren't lofty ideals, but daily practices, shaping decisions from how you treat a stranger to how you face a setback. Reason ties it all together. It's cutting through emotional fog to keep you grounded. How does Stoicism stack up against other philosophies? Take Buddhism, with its focus on detachment and mindfulness. Both seek inner peace, but where Buddhism emphasizes meditation and transcending desire, Stoicism is more action-oriented, rooted in practical choices within a chaotic world. A Stoic doesn't retreat from life's misanthropes, but engages with it, armed with clarity. Compare this to modern Stoicism, which often dilutes the original with self-help buzzwords. Today's version might push productivity hacks, but ancient Stoics were less about hustle and more about moral integrity, asking not, how can I win, but how can I live well? Existentialism, by contrast, grapples with life's absurdity, urging us to create our own meaning. Stoicism, however, sees meaning in aligning with nature's rational order, offering a steadier anchor. What makes Stoicism timeless is its refusal to sugarcoat reality. It doesn't promise a life without pain. Zeno lost his fortune, Epictetus. His freedom, Marcus, his children, yet it equips you to face suffering with resolve. It's not about suppressing emotions, but redirecting them, like a river channeled to power a mill. When you're spiraling over a harsh email or a missed opportunity, Stoicism offers a pause. What can I control here? How can I act with integrity? These questions, born in ancient forums, still cut through our digital haze, inviting us to live not just reactively, but deliberately. Your inbox is overflowing, your phone pings with another notification, and the news feed screams about the latest global crisis. Sound like your morning? Life today moves at a relentless pace, piling on pressures that leave us frazzled. Work demands bleed into personal time, social media fuels comparison, and mental health struggles lurk like shadows. It's easy to feel like you're drowning in a sea of stress. Yet Stoicism, a philosophy carved out in ancient times, steps into this modern chaos like a steady hand on the helm. It doesn't promise to stop the storm, but teaches you how to sail through it, calm and focused. By shifting your gaze inward, Stoicism offers a way to cut through the noise, tame anxiety, and face life's challenges with grit and grace. Let's start with the challenges. Work stress is a beast. Deadlines loom, bosses hover, and layoffs loom like distant thunder. A single email can spike your heart rate, leaving you spiraling over what's next. Then there's social media glittering trap. Scrolling through curated lives, you're hit with a pang of inadequacy. Everyone else seems to have it together. Perfect jobs, perfect vacations, perfect abs. Meanwhile, mental health struggles are spiking. Anxiety disorders are up, depression rates climb. The constant barrage of bad news, pandemics, politics, disasters makes it hard to catch a breath. It's not just you. It's the world we're wired into, a 24/7 cycle that demands more than we can give. Stoicism steps in with a radical shift. Focus on what's within your control. That email from your boss, you can't control their tone, but you can control your response. Social media envy, can't change someone's highlight reel, but you can choose to log off. The news, you can't fix global chaos, but you can decide how much mental space it gets. This is the dichotomy of control and action, sorting life into what's yours and what's not. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. It's a mental reframe that cuts anxiety at the root. Instead of wrestling with the uncontrollable, you pour energy into your actions, your choices, your mindset. The result? A lighter load and a clearer head. But Stoicism goes beyond theory, it's practical, like a toolbox for everyday life. Take time management, a modern struggle where we're all stretched thin. Stoicism teaches prioritization through perspective. Seneca, the Roman philosopher, urged us to treat time as our most precious resource. Imagine sitting down each morning asking, What truly matters today? Stoic might use the deathbed test. If you were looking back on this day from your final moments, would you care about that extra hour on TikTok or that petty argument? This clarity helps you zero in on high-impact tasks, say no to distractions, and carve out space for what aligns with your values. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what counts. Then there's failure, a universal sting. Maybe you bombed a presentation, lost a client, or missed a personal goal. The instinct is to spiral, replaying mistakes, drowning in what-ifs. Stoicism flips the script. Epictetus taught that events aren't good or bad. It's our judgments that make them so. A failed presentation isn't a verdict on your worth, it's just data. A Stoic pauses, asks, what can I learn? How can I grow? This isn't toxic positivity, but a disciplined shift in perspective. Picture a tech entrepreneur whose startup tanks. Instead of wallowing, they channel Marcus Aurelius, who said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." They analyze the missteps, pivot, and launch something new. Failure becomes fuel. Let's ground. This in a real scenario. Say you're a graphic designer, swamped with client revisions, racing against a deadline. Your phone buzzes with Instagram likes, pulling you into a comparison trap. Anxiety creeps in. Will you finish on time? Will the client approve? A Stoic approach starts with control. You can't dictate the client's feedback, but you can manage your workflow. You block social media for the day, silencing the noise. Next, you apply Seneca's time wisdom. Break the project into chunks, tackling the most critical parts first. If a revision comes back harsh, you lean on Epictetus' don't. Label it disaster. Instead, see it as a chance to refine your skills. By day's end, you've delivered solid work, not because the world slowed down, but because you stayed steady. Social media is another beast Stoicism tames. Scrolling can feel like a mental quicksand, sucking you into envy or outrage. Stoicism's antidote is intentionality. You control what you consume. Curate your feed ruthlessly and follow accounts that spark negativity. Follow ones that inspire. Set time limits, treating scrolling as a deliberate choice, not a reflex. Marcus Aurelius would approve. He urged us to ask of each thing, what is it in itself? Apply that to your feed. Is this post lifting you up or dragging you down? This small act of discipline frees mental space, reducing the anxiety that festers in comparison. Mental health crises. 2. Find relief in Stoic principles. Anxiety often stems from projecting into the future, worrying about what might happen. Stoicism pulls you back to the present. Seneca advised focusing on today, not tomorrow's hypotheticals. If you're overwhelmed, try a Stoic exercise. List what's in your control right now: breathing, effort, attitude. This grounds you, shrinking the problem to a manageable size. It's not a cure-all, but it's a lifeline, complementing therapy or mindfulness with a framework for resilience. A student facing exam stress might use this. Focusing on study hours rather than obsessing over grades, finding calm in action. Stoicism's power lies in its adaptability. It doesn't erase modern challenges. Work won't vanish, social media won't quiet, and mental health struggles won't dissolve. But it rewires how you face them. By anchoring in what you control, you sidestep the traps of overwhelm and victimhood. By practicing perspective, you turn setbacks into stepping stones. Whether it's managing your calendar or bouncing back from a loss, Stoicism offers a roadmap to navigate the messiness of now. It's not about perfection, it's about progress, one deliberate choice at a time. Life throws curveballs. Missed deadlines, harsh words, unexpected setbacks. Stoicism doesn't shield you from these, but arms you with practices to face them head-on, steady and clear. These daily techniques, rooted in ancient wisdom, are like mental workouts, building resilience and focus. From bracing for the worst to mastering your emotions, Stoic practices turn chaos into opportunity. Let's dive into 4 key techniques. Negative. Visualization, reflective journaling, emotional control, and living with virtue that you can weave into your routine to navigate life's storms with calm and purpose. Start with premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization. It sounds grim, but it's a powerful mental rehearsal. Picture the worst-case scenario. You flub a big presentation, your car breaks down, or a loved one falls ill. The goal isn't to wallow, but to prepare. Seneca practiced this, imagining poverty or exile to blunt their sting. By mentally walking through these scenarios, you strip fear of its power. Say you're pitching to a client. Beforehand, visualize them rejecting your idea. How would you respond? Maybe you'd refine your pitch or lean on another opportunity. This exercise shifts your mindset suddenly. The real event feels less daunting. It's not pessimism. Strategy, like a firefighter drilling for emergencies. Spend a few minutes each morning on this. Picture a tough moment, traffic jamming your commute, a colleague snapping, and plan your response. When it happens, you're not blindsided. You're ready. Grounded in Stoic foresight. Next, there's reflective journaling, a practice Marcus Aurelius mastered in his meditations. Each night, he scribbled thoughts, dissecting his day to align with reason. You can do this too. Grab a notebook or app and carve out 10 minutes before bed. Ask, what did I handle well? Where did I falter? What can I improve? Imagine you snapped at a coworker. In your journal, unpack it. Why did you react? Maybe stress hijacked your patience. Plan a better response, like pausing before speaking. This isn't just venting. It's a mirror for your soul. Writing clarifies thoughts, revealing patterns. A student might notice they procrastinate when overwhelmed, then commit to breaking tasks into chunks. Over time, journaling builds self-awareness, turning fleeting moments into lessons. It's like a conversation with your wiser self, guiding you toward virtue. Controlling emotions is another Stoic cornerstone. Life sparks reactions, anger at a rude driver, panic over a tight deadline. Stoicism doesn't suppress these but redirects them. Epictetus taught that it's not events but our judgments that stir us. Someone cuts you off in traffic. You're tempted to honk and curse. Instead, try the Stoic pause. Delay your reaction. Count to 10, breathe, and ask, is this worth my peace? Often it's not. This technique, rooted in reason, creates space between trigger and response. Picture a manager getting harsh feedback. Instead of snapping back, they pause, assess. Can I control this critique? No. Can I control my growth? Yes. They nod, take notes, and improve. Another tactic is objective reframing. When stress hits, describe the situation neutrally. A missed flight isn't a disaster, but a plane left without me. Strips emotion, letting you act clearly. Practice this daily. When irritation flares, pause, reframe, respond. It's mental alchemy, turning chaos into calm. Finally, living with virtue, kindness, justice, courage. Temperance is Stoicism's heartbeat. These aren't abstract ideals, but daily choices. Kindness means offering a smile to a stressed cashier. Justice is speaking up when someone's treated unfairly. Courage is pitching a bold idea despite fear of rejection. Temperance is skipping a second drink to stay sharp. Marcus Aurelius saw virtue as the only true good, guiding every action. Picture a teacher facing a disruptive class. Kindness keeps them patient, justice ensures fair discipline. Courage pushes them to try new strategies. Temperance stops them from lashing out. You can apply this to start small, hold the door for someone kindness, call out a wrong without malice justice, face a tough talk head-on courage, or skip mindless scrolling temperance. Each act is a brick in your character's foundation. Track 1. Virtuous. Choice daily may be in your journal to build momentum. Virtue isn't flashy. It's the quiet strength that shapes a life well lived. These practices intertwine, creating a rhythm. Negative visualization preps you for challenges like a mental warm-up. Journaling sharpens self-awareness, turning experiences into growth. Emotional control keeps you steady in the heat of the moment. Virtue guides your actions, ensuring they align with your best self. Together, they're a daily discipline, not unlike brushing your teeth, small efforts that compound. A barista using these might visualize a rude customer. Journal about handling stress, pause before reacting to a snarky comment, and choose kindness by comping a drink for a struggling regular. The result, a day faced with poise, not frenzy. Let's make it real. Imagine you're a freelancer juggling clients and tight deadlines. Mornings, you practice premeditatio malorum. What if a client hates your draft? You'd revise or pitch a new fear, loses its grip. Stoicism offers a robust framework for facing life's challenges, but it's not flawless. Like any philosophy, it has cracks that can trip up even its most devoted followers. Critics point to its potential to foster emotional detachment and its struggles in certain contexts, while other perspectives like existentialism and modern psychology highlight gaps in its approach. Yet, these limitations don't discredit Stoicism, they invite a balanced application, blending its strengths with other tools to navigate the messiness of human experience. One major critique is that Stoicism can veer toward emotional indifference. Its emphasis on controlling reactions, dismissing what's beyond your power, sometimes feels like a call to suppress feelings. Imagine grieving a loved one. Stoicism's advice to accept what you can't change might seem cold, even robotic. Marcus Aurelius urged us to view pain as neutral, but for many, this risks numbing genuine emotion. A parent mourning a loss might find the Stoic pause stifling, as if they're betraying their heart by reasoning away sorrow. In high-stakes moments, betrayal, heartbreak, Stoicism's rational lens can feel inadequate, leaving you stranded between logic and raw human need. This detachment can also alienate others. Friends seeking empathy might see your calm as uncaring. Another limitation is Stoicism's fit for every situation. It's a dichotomy of control. Focus on what's yours. Release the rest works beautifully for personal setbacks, like a missed promotion. But in systemic issues, like injustice or oppression, it can fall short. Telling someone facing discrimination to accept what's beyond control risks passivity. Epictetus, a former slave, thrived on Stoic resilience, but not everyone can, or should detach from collective struggles. Stoicism's inward focus can feel isolating when community action is needed, making it less universal than its champions claim. Critics from other schools amplify these points. Existentialism, with its embrace of life's absurdity, clashes with Stoicism's ordered rationality. Sartre might argue Stoicism sidesteps the angst of creating meaning in a chaotic world, offering a too-neat solution if you're wrestling with purpose. Say, a midlife crisis. Stoicism's call to align with nature's reason might feel hollow next to existentialism's raw confrontation with freedom. Modern psychology, meanwhile, questions Stoicism's emotional restraint. Cognitive behavioral therapy shares Stoic roots, reframing thoughts to ease distress, but it encourages processing emotions, not bypassing them. A therapist might warn that Stoic practices like negative visualization could spiral into anxiety for some, especially those with mental health struggles. Stoicism's one-size-fits-all vibe doesn't always account for individual wiring. How do we address these flaws? Blend Stoicism with other approaches. To counter emotional detachment, pair it with mindfulness, which fosters awareness without stifling feeling. A grieving person might use Stoic reflection to find perspective, but lean on meditation to honor their pain. For systemic challenges, combine Stoicism's personal discipline with activism's outward focus. A Stoic might control their response to injustice, staying calm, while channeling courage into advocacy, inspired by justice as a Stoic virtue. Modern psychology offers tools too. Journaling can deepen Stoic reflection. While therapy provides a space to process emotions, Stoicism might sideline. Even existentialism's emphasis on choice can complement Stoicism, encouraging you to craft meaning within its rational framework. Picture a manager facing workplace bias. Stoicism keeps them steady. Therapy unpacks their anger, and activism drives change. Stoicism's limitations, its risk of coldness. Its contextual blind spots don't negate its value. As they remind us, no philosophy is a cure-all. By weaving Stoic practices with mindfulness, psychology, or social action, you create a richer toolkit. It's not about abandoning Stoicism, but adapting it, ensuring its wisdom serves the full spectrum of human experience from personal trials. 2. Collective fights. Stoicism isn't just a dusty philosophy from ancient remits, a lifeline for today's chaos. From navigating work stress to silencing social media's noise, its tools help you stand firm against adversity. By focusing on what you control, embracing virtue, and practicing daily disciplines like journaling or pausing before reacting, you build a mental fortress. Life won't stop throwing challenges, but Stoicism equips you to face them with clarity and grit, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. You don't need to be a philosopher to start. Take small steps. Visualize a tough moment in the morning, jot down one reflection at night, or pause before snapping back in a heated moment. These acts, simple as they seem, stack up. Try negative visualization before a big meeting or practice. Kindness in a tense exchange. Each choice strengthens you, like reps in a gym. The beauty of Stoicism lies in its accessibility. Anyone, anywhere, can begin today. Its true power shines in the long game. Stoicism isn't about quick fixes, but crafting a resilient soul. Over time, you'll find yourself less rattled by setbacks, more anchored in purpose. Marcus Aurelius faced wars and loss, yet found peace through these principles. You can too, building a life not just endured but deeply meaningful. It's a path to living deliberately, aligned with your best self. Since time is short, we'll wrap up here. I hope this video sparked something useful for you. If it helped even a little, I'm thrilled. Save it to your playlist for a revisit. Anytime, like and share it sometimes. A timely message can shift someone's entire perspective. Don't forget to subscribe to Daily Stoic Habits and hit the bell to catch our next valuable video. Goodbye for now, and see you soon.